Or do you want to take a mic?
You want it?
It was. How do you feel?
So funny. What's your name?
Yeah.
Okay, nice to meet you. You from here? Around here? Ja, het zit denk ik. Also is goed. Als er wat meer. Oké, fijn.
No, no.
Mag wel zeggen. Oké. Dat is een afslag, ja. Okay, man, we can do this now. So, shalom everybody, welcome. Meine ze. Ga ik wel gaan ik het anders met de gedenkingsbrief wil gaan. Oké, we gaan door, we gaan we daarna kunnen. Die hadden nog wel geleerd van de. Okay. So, laat maar eraan gaan doen in Pieren. Het is leven die de wereld, het is Pieren. So, I just came back from Israel, so I have given that in probably 6 years. And what I saw in Eretz Yisrael was that there's Geil over there. I mean, it depends where you hang out. But to go, there's Tzanazhukan Tuk, Tzanazhukan Nacht, there's Shirim starting 12, and then Nets, and then it's one big Yom Shikil Shabbos. So, if it was by the Chemai, or if it was by Verland, talking about light that is beyond, fearless. So, Hasugas Halikis, Ef Shalahasa Kimel Tzimtzumim Rabin. Asugas and Alikis, which is really the reason that we are here. We're not here to think this way, we're not here to think linear, we're here to think this way, in a flash. Salam Alikim. Kimal Tzimtzum Rabim Me'ila La'alam. Only through Tzimtzum Rabim goes Me'ila La'alam, from one level to another level, from one spark to another spark, from one trip to another trip, tripping into Ilva Al. But this can only start when you have to go in all the way to Tzimtzum Rabim. What does it mean? Mesechel Elin, Sechel Tachten. From Sechel Elin to Sechel Tachten, Kmotion Erayim B'chush, just like we see B'chush, Ef Shela Hasek Sechel God, L'kim Al De Slapshes B'Sechel Tachten. So it makes it sound like it's, you should understand this, like you see B'chush, so let's see what that means. Kmotion B'chush, Ef Shela Hasek Sechel, let's see. So mechanisch, Masik Zan HaSeichel, Good L'kim Al De Slapshes B'Sechel Tachten, only if you, let's see. If you bring it into a seichel tachten, kamoy a malamed kisheroitz al has b'seichel gadol talmud, just as if a malamed will mazbezan a große zach for a talmud, he tzorach la halbeshos b'seichel tachten v'kotten. He has to be malbeshit in a seichel tachten v'kotten, kedei sheyuchel a talmud la'avina. Als de talmud ze kennen verstaan, de han is shehu matziloi met chilas ha'ekdamas v'sichlis ketana shem v'vav shem savalo t'chila, kedei la'avina l'dei hamachavne sheyiseichel gadol la'avina. Yeah, I think it's the words. The question Sprinkel was it. The Chman is just the word that already does the work. No. Which means that the Seichel HaTachten is the way we are seeing ourselves right now. That Seichel HaTachten. In other words, we're viewing self as a the problem is that we look at ourselves in a self, in individualization, as a separate entity. I think it happens in the das. It happens in the back of the head. There's a block that you can't think bright. It's by the oiv. You can't think bright. You're limited to thinking in your own daladamas. Because I'm looking at myself as a separate entity. It's my choimer. But if you realize that if you go into the feeling, you go into the stomach, the solar plexus, the will, the ratzon, that's where you connect with the keser, with the arachampin, with the ratzon, the will. Feeling it in the body. Tuning into the energy of it, the feeling, the vibration of it. And then if you're able to surrender completely like the eagle, Tiferes, which is Amunan, just able to surrender, that we're all connected, we're all one. We're just different expressions of that oneness. Take a deep breath in, your mouth open. L'chaim, l'chaim, love even l'chaim, So, Geh mal ran. Let's do it. So, feeling that level of oneness, feeling going into the energy, going into the koyach, going into the nefesh, going into the heartbeat of the rutzen, the heartbeat of the will. There's a heartbeat over here, there's also a heartbeat of the rutzen, the innocence. What do I want? What do I feel? So that is the Seichel Gadol. This is the grosse Seichel. Seichel Tachten and Seichel Gadol.
The natuurlijke weg zijn Trachten en Seichel Tachten? That's what he said?
Yes, yeah, well,
okay.
I think in an Olam Asiyah. So we're limited. It's a lock on the das. Moichen de katnas. There's a lock. There's the yoke van Pare, which is van Hout, which is the pressure and all the fears and all the worries. So that holds the das down and das tachten. Luckily, we have tefillin, the kesher shel tefillin, which is right there, where the das is pressing. And was hat Moshe gesehen when the Eibishter passed by, he saw he showed him his kesher shel tefillin in the back, is a kesher shel tefillin, which means that's the tzelem, that's the flash. The kesher shel tefillin. So when you're putting on the tefillin, you are sparking into a different das, into a hecher das. Sparking into a hecher das means just the way there's a spark in your heart. So do the heart that sometimes you feel the emotion, we can dig in later, but just, the data. and then you can feel in your solar plexus, feel your inner child, feel your innocence, feeling your will. What do I want? What do I want? Not in the head, oh, what do I want? What do I want? Like the child is like, what do I want? And he finds it because he sees the bigger picture. Because it's the Ratzon, and the Ratzon is the Kesser, and the Kesser bypasses all the other attributes. Kesser jumps. What does it mean? It means, I don't want to get out because I want to stay on this flow, but what it means is that when I do something from kindness, so happen weer naar balance zwischen efter heb ik te veel, efter heb ik te weinig, meer weinig. It has to go through the andere middle, the right side, the left side, and you have to activate it with the raglaim, the nahi. But when ich will is, there's nothing in the way of the will. Logic, no logic. This is what I want to do. I want to learn. I want to make money. Whatever it is, it's the will. So that's the kesser. That's the arach from the kesser that jumps, bypasses everything. If you just tap into what you want, what's your goal? What do you want? What's my will? Then that pushes right through. So take a deep breath.
The will is aber gebaut mit der Sach Hanuchas im Kopf, right? Aber wo soll ich will?
You say that's already the personal work, but first there's just the address. Nachman says where to go. Okay, then we'll do the prati, because sometimes by not trying to figure it out, and I know you asked an innocent question, but and I don't have the headspace to go there now, so I'll give you the other end of it. Just by tapping into the ya, this is it. There's no logic. There's no logic. What do I need to figure out this way? No, that's a trap. When I start going into the head. So you want to stay with the innocence. Let's feel it for the next hour. I'm feeling my will. What's my will first? Just being present. Feeling the openness of the heart center, openness of the chest. Just feel it. Just let it be. So just the way there is a moment, a minute in the heart that's a flash. There's a minute in the solar plexus in my will. There's also a minute in my das. There's a flash in the das. There's a flash in the das alien. Which means that lock is removed and you're going into a breitere Weg van das. A breitere Weg van being, from what present means. Instead of, I understand that if I'm going to be present, things will align itself rather than going into the problem and staying in the problem. Creating the problem. L'chaim, you drink?
Tequila de wijn. Exactly.
Hier? Ja. Wijn. So, going into Das Alien. So let's go around for a minute. Thank you. Come on. So, sing. What are you singing? That's not a song. Lama Lama Lama. So going in, so there's different levels. There's different levels in the oil. There's different levels in the light. There is Hoyt and there is Hada. There is the rays that come out from the sun, the strahlen is coming out from the zin, and then there's the zin. But pay attention. Again, there is the strahl from the zin, and Nuchem is the zin. There's the hood and then there's the hodder. There is the light, and Nuchem is from what's meret fin, wie shine the light is. Because the light alone is too stark. This meret, this is the hodder. And this macht us available on can redden from the light. So we are living in the hodder fin, but we're trying to get to the hood, to the light, which is it's a whole different type of way of seeing. It's a whole different type of way of light of a reality. Then there is a level where there is nothing. Nobody knows. It's like the lake without a ripple effect. Complete silence, nothing. There's no sound, there's nothing. You don't have any language how to interact with it. Which means imagine what your reality is right now. What's our reality? Who am I? What am I? And then you surrender, and then you understand more Tiferet and Unum in the cup, and then levels of letting go, and Das Elyon. And then there is something that lights out. Like it's almost like you detach from the water and you're out, and you have no shaykhs, that you don't even know how to process. There's no language.
That's Tchiya, no?
Yes. And that's where Haman wanted to go and spin the wheel. He went to a place higher than Hoyd, Hodder, went to a place higher than any light, to the moment of right there, Yechida, right there where it's Kachasheiche Ka'era, where it makes no difference, and if he kills all the Eden, then it's going to have to be only Chasheiche. But it's Chasheiche Ka'era, which is a place where it makes no difference. It's such a high place that it has no expression. It has no expression. So right there, it could have taken over to shift it. I don't know what the words are for it. Right, that comes after. Exactly. So what happened is, Aber ki Yaakov Chevron Achlasa, he did choose Yaakov Avinu. He chose Yaakov Chevron Achlasa. He chose your neshama, your soul, who we are. This thing that you're feeling, this rutzen, this will that you're feeling, this is what he chose at the end of the day. And how did we trigger the highest level of a place of Yechida? How did we get to a place where you have to let go and surrender of everything so you can hit this place of oneness, of Yechida, where you're connecting to the thing that is speechless and soundless and has no expression, going to Adla Yada, Radla, Resha Delo Yada. all the way going in there by Human, which was on the other side of that forest. So he triggered that. He went so deep. He had such chutzpah. He went so deep all the way that triggered this chutzpah in the light and this in tapping into the Yechida, to have the chutzpah to let go to a place of Delo Yuda. No logic, no understanding, just the keser and what happens there. When you're going into that place of Yechida, that place of Simcha, which is possible now, which is happening in Chodesh Adar, and in Purim even more so, we're going into the place of Delo Yuda. We'll go further with that soon. When you're making a yichid with that level of yichid, that level of oneness, or that level of surrender, that is Mashiach. That's the birth of Mashiach from the right side of the heart, and starts expanding and opening up like a cloud, an anaykavet opening up. So, Purim is the tzad, the Achashvairish, which is the Eibishter. We're talking about the Eibishter, that we're playing out the other side. We're playing out the other side of the light in order to trigger the light, in order to trigger Matchat Tzadik, in order to trigger that level. Which means that he came in so physical in Welt. He came into such all the way in your face, that from there you realize that it's a Purim spiel. From there you realize that everything is just a costume of how it shows up, of how it wants to be seen. It's like a holographic imagery from the Das coming out like a So the ganze Spiel is a Purim Spiel where you pressed so far, so deep, that you can access that level of oneness, that level of Yechida.
We call it the spin.
No, it's not a spin.
It's not the spin?
No, this is after the spin. This is in Das. There's no spin. There's just whatever you see. You're right away mindful. It's like, what am I looking at? What do I see? What's really happening over here?
Yeah, but the Purim spiel is a spin.
What do you mean by a spin?
The spin that we're all living in right now.
Correct. And in Chodesh Adar is when man spielt aus der Spiel, which means that wherever you are, whatever you got, go to the end with it. Go with the challenge all the way, because sie spielt sich aus at the end of the day van a happy. So now is the time, and Chodesh Adar is the time to go into spielen aus bis the geist, because you know that you can't lose.
Until Kasher.
And when Purim comes, you're going into where sie geht werden. Light and dark, it makes no difference, and then boom, yes, I chose a flash. It makes a difference. How did you trigger it? With Mesiras Nefesh, because they were ready to be killed. When you're ready to be killed, when you're ready to give up everything, that's when you access that Yechida within you, because you're completely surrendered, and that's when you tap into this higher koyach that they can't kill you anymore. Because now you're above him. Because at the end of the day, the Klippa had to see this light. That's when he started falling. When Matcha finally, when he connected. What it means the Klippa has to see the light is that they can't deny, when you tap into that level of confidence, your fear can deny that level of confidence that you're experiencing, and it removes itself. Stimmt? So that's the Pirim Spiel. The Pirim Spiel is that whatever you are going through right now is just a Pirim Spiel, so you can get to that level of Yechida, that level of oneness. That's Pirim. And that's Seichel Gadol, starting from Seichel Katan. Tzurich kal echel levakish ma'oid, ma'lamed huken kazeh, sheyuchel lahasber lehoven oise Seichel Elim v'gadol kazeh. Said it. That's very cute. L'chaim.
Ich bin noch gesagt, normal, wenn man sucht nach der Abteilung, dieser größte Rebbe, so fliegt er nicht, weil sucht Sachen, keiner versteht nicht. Rebbeische Sachen. Also du findest verkehrt, Rebbe gut in euch. Ken, Masbe so ein Zeichen gesehen, kann der beste Nutzen des Zeichen dachten. Ist so big, dass er geht als Ruhe, ich bin wie am Melamed, rief den Melamed am Moment. Er kann reden zu dich in der Schule, was jeder von uns kann verstehen. Und viel besser ist Masbe, als besser ist.
Weil kommt von Zeichel Tachten, kann geht mal von Zeichel Alien, das ist nicht Zeichel...
Was er oneness, Yechida.
Es kommt von Zeichel Alien.
Kein Verweis für Schule Titzer.
Okay, er kann besser mal von Zeichel Tachten, es kommt von Zeichel Tachten, er kriegt die ganze Zeit auf Zeichel.
Aber
Lebt von dort. Ja, das ist ein Mensch, das
ist alles objective. Wow.
Yeah. We daven van hem.
De zak is maar...
Smaakt er al heel veel, man.
Mir holt mir bequem.
Usually in a setting like this, when you're going without a plan, this is Joe's punishment plan. Let's see what happens in this Mitzri ganze Reden. think I want to talk. So we're talking about the precious stones. Precious stones. Is Gedish missing the precious stones? Anybody who knows the precious stones? You get the precious stones?
Very noisy.
No, it's your noisy, ich weiß. Also der reinkommen, the message is reinkommen noisy, was all das. Wat is er aangekomen? Met aangekomen aan het studio, met de roeder aan de noise, but look.
Boerig macht mich von Arbeit leidlich, ich nicht zitiert das, was ist schwerer als die...
Boerig mag nicht?
Das ist
Ich weiß.
zitiert was noch.
Man darf moeder zijn, ik weiß nicht.
Ich hab schon mal gewähnt.
Nee.
Noch einmal.
So the story of the precious stones is that... Can I get right again? Do this, okay. Okay, בסדר. Even neufach sapper we halen uit in Peter de Werekes, neufach sapper we halen. Deze show hebben we afgenomen. Tasha show en we jasper. So the precious stones, they have, whoever has the precious stones has the power. The Kangud Legata van Eifit of Nchoshen, they got the precious stones and they became a Navi them. And you also see in the world is whoever has the precious stone, the king had the precious stones, whoever had the precious stones, they Steineram gegeben Makoyach. There's precious stones. The same way, think about Balt. I don't want to go there yet. Since I already said it once, so now I can already build on it. So it was the privilege of the free. So until today, the Medina was the Master Steiner, England had the Grester Steiner. Those are the priceless stones. It has an energy. The same way, what do you feel when you carry jewelry? We don't know, but the women have jewelry and it's power. It's a pressure. Or it brings good energy, whatever it is. Healing too, so they have the precious stone. Now the Besamigdash is made out of stone. A specific stone. Vibration of metal on it. And that was the vibration, the sound that came through those walls. Now think about being in New York, in Brooklyn, brick, stone, cement, what's the vibration? See, kratzt and cup. It's staticky. These things are full of coil, they're full of energy. And that's the vibration that comes through those, it's mamish, his koilet zevrukim. That's their pare. Coming from Etzisrul, it's like it's so sebastnish. It just doesn't bite. Over here it bites, sebast. There's always something, and there's always something stressing. So whoever has the precious stones, that's the one that has the power. And somehow they're in power. It gives you a certain power. Let's just go like this, whatever way you wish to so statue. But there's something called the Urn. In the Urn there was a precious stone made out of sapphire. It was given into the Kisakuvit. And in them is also gekritzt the Aseres Adibris. The Derech HaKike, which is, the Rebbe Rashab talks about when man schreibt auf a when you write out a Sefer Torah, the ink tells you what's on the parchment paper. Everything is already pre-written. But the ink tells you, we'll go into the mushal, to the nimshal soon. The ink tells you, so really what's happening is the vasa, the white part of it, that's the real thing. That's the Aish Levana. That's the white fire. As we know, there's 600,000 letters. There's only 300,000 oisias, but it's the black and the white. Okay, so the white is where the real thing is. That has all that's the writing on it. Yeah. Deep breath. So that is the oil. But when it comes to the lichis, that's b'derech hakika, which means that it's a vibration. It's engraved. It's etched out. There's actual letters in the lichis that hang in the lift. Yes. Okay. The mem and the samach and the lichis steht auf anes. It's an energy. It's a vibration, and what's hovering through that vibration is Aseres Adibris. There's and again ausgekarvt von a Stein, von Sapphire, was again inter in Kissa hakovet. Deze hat man dann angelegt in dem Uden. Der Uden ist jetzt noch als in Eretz Yisrael. The Mukam Migdash, because that was hidden already before. And we're talking about hidden means not nicht behalten inter a Stein. It's hidden with shemes and codes, they can't see it. And so do man dus arbeit, it's the Uden. It's nimmen, weinen, and nimmen. It's dort, it's nicht dort, man redet doch von den Banes. And when we are out of Eretz Yisrael, then the Uden is ausgedreht, der Kegenverlieder, and that's where it's gekommen dazu, das mit Yisrael, since du Kampunem, es ist ausgedreht, der Uden ist ausgedreht wie der andere Kanon von der Besmigdash is, it's liegt in Timmen, schwer, in Rome, whatever it is. And haben sie the Koyach. Aber when Jeden sind in Eretz Yisrael, and what's meant Eretz Yisrael is, first of all, in Eretz Yisrael, and also in Eretz Yisrael within yourself. You're feeling, you're connecting to your roots, and you're connecting to your will, connecting to the heart center. What is this fire? The Eish Lavana, Gavash Choyra, but it's Eish Lavana, that's the Ikir. Then we're aligned with the Arn. And we're aligned with the Arn, that's the most powerful, precious stone there is. It's more powerful than any type of stone there is. You can be Ma'at, you can be in the minority, and the light is just going to be, you're becoming the center. That's exactly what it is. It's a small piece. It's just the head, it's the kesef. It's the diamond, it's the halom, it's the white light, sparkling like off a diamond. Yellow, whatever. Colorful. Okay. Light purple. So that is when we're aligned with the Arn. The Arn HaKodesh, with the Lichas, that's the most precious stone there is. And you align with that with Torah, mitzvahs, being proud of who you are, understanding who you are, what you are, not from an egotistical place, but get to know who you are. Going inside, what do I want, what talks, what do I feel when I'm present in conversations? I'm mindful, what did I gain from the conversation? That is going into the Das alien, going into the higher way of thinking, seeing it from the eagle's bird's eye view from Oven Europe. And sometimes when you're looking at it from Oven Europe, all you got to do is just see it from Oven Europe. You don't even have to interact with it; you just have to see it, and it disappears. It's a level of presence. I mean, if we can get there once in a while, that's fine. That's Pirin, getting into that place.
That's a bit,
Delo Yuda, yes. L'chaim.
Ik heb er bijna, ja.
So that is when we're aligned with the lichas, we're aligned with the lichas. Where do you feel it within inside of you?
It exists in this world. It wouldn't exist.
Physical world?
Physical action. No, it's not destroyed.
Yeah.
The Kivim,
Yeah.
my Timish.
Alright, we can go there. Say it. So, David Shemaiah was talking a lot about lately about the Banshnai Krivim, the Luz Banshnai Krivim. It's interesting. We were again Malachamalka, Megal Gref in the Luz, and Baruch Hashem, this is aligned with the Tzaddikim. So, Liz is in the back from the cup. That's the only part of the body that can be destroyed. Even by the Holocaust, there was a whole ganze body from the bind. And this, what does that mean? That's a chip. It's a chip that can be destroyed because it's a material that is beyond what this world has the capacity. It's almost like it's a rubber bone type of thing, and they can't deal with it. So it's a Jukan element was kennis destroy. You can't shibrechen, nothing. It's that level of Getlachkeit du in Welt. It's the Tzelem, that's the Kesher Shot film once again. So Dorten is Liz. So apparently the Tzaddikim Zavonen epis Dorten a Platz wird geriefen Liz. It's a certain vibration that Zennen. Wir sind ein ganzes Tag an Advaikis, that when in Liz, the Platz Liz, when es kamlisch gestorben. Dorten lebt man ein, weil das du kann dort nur du Emmes, das du kann Sheki. So, aber ich sage, the call came to us about Shnai Krivim. So what's from Shnai Krivim? The zwei Achseln. Once again, right here in the back, the Kesher should film the Das, and how the Tchisamaisim works, how it will look. We can zoom that we're going to go into a vibration, to an energy that is, these pieces are going to become alive. It's going to find jeder eins zu treffen sein Eitz in der Belang. All these chips, they're going to just wake up as this energy is going to call for it. That's the level that we're going into Yechida. We're talking about Yechida, and there's a level of Tchisa Mesim. It's happening right now. The awakening, waking up.
Part.
What's that?
The Gila part.
Yes, but we're already awake because you can't wake up a little bit. If you put a little bit of water and salt, there has an effect.
But it's spreading.
No, so it's already there. We're already fully awake. Now we're just in our snake mind. We need time to process it, so we still need to torture ourselves. But really, you don't know where it's at. Wie darf gaan? Wie is their presence? Wie darf sein zu sein an der Platz von Presence? Zogen the Tzaddikim, aber man darf gehen beim Shnai Krivim. What's beim Shnai Krivim? So, man findet the zwei Achseln, Duvada Melech and the Koisla Maruvi, as he brings down. What that means is, one is words and one is without the words. One is words and one is in the emotion. Remember, the Koisla Maruvi is the stone, the vibration of this type of stone. And the Udin is, you're connecting to the Udin is vibrating through these stones, and it should be able to connect to it. So, yeah, so connecting to the precious stone, and that's the vibration. So the Koisla Maruvi and Duvad HaMilch. The Milch is the words, Shiras, which is Buchas, Torah, Mitzvahs, and all that. Malchus Peh, and then going into the Koisel. And the Ban Shnai Krivim is also the Kesher Shel Tefillin. That wakes up the Das Elyon, that wakes up that Luz, the Luz which is the Tchisa Maisim. What are you going to find there? Don't try to put it into words. I don't know. Just think about your Kesher Shel Tefillin right now. Think about it. What are you feeling when it's on you? Just let go. Just release it. So the call is that also came on Shnai Krivim. The call is that also came on Shnai Krivim. That we had the call. in Bain Schneike even. So that's it. So he's been going at it for a few weeks, and it's something. So Baruch Hashem. So Peter, we can enter that space in Bain Schneike even. We can hear in the call, Peter. We can hear in the call. An oil moed. Das strang in an oil moed. Het is rule oil moed. Mit Wahn, mit Jain. Nechtens Jain, Yutzasad. I think there was Slavan came to us the sad. Like, what's the voice inside? Wow. Maybe Zercha to hear a voice. I don't know. In other words, we hear voices all day long. Everything in our head is voices, but you'll be able to be present to a voice, an awakening. You'll catch it. You'll make that yichud, because Pirim spielt man de lato, and man spielt oz de lato is being played out on Pirim. That's when it's all the cards are played out. And then Pirim is where this thing finally rolls out. Like, so it's spielt sich aus wie eine Happige. Whatever it is, that's where it's going to be in the opposite. Of course, and in levels. And if it's good now, it's even better. What's the measure to good? In our little das, what's the measurement to good? Everything gets upgraded. This mention like Liz. Afarangin Panemius. So what's Panemius? Panemius is so Chetonius zoekt. Wat heb je mij? Chetonius is niet Chetonius. Maar Afarangin the Panemius. What does it mean to go into the Panemius of Liz? Or the best. What is the Panemius of that? The Panemius is we're in Olam Asiyah, right here in Bovel. That's the Panemius of Liz. Where you get to have an experience in such a physical, full-color experience of a Piram spiel. Because the higher you are, the lower you can express yourself. The higher you are, the lower you can express yourself, which means what's the purpose of that? Where you really want to use it? You want to go as low as going into silence and forgiving yourself and just surrendering to just being. Right? Repeat what I said? What did I say? No, you don't need to keep all those lying on the spot. Alright.
Verwus ist nicht ein Jahr jetzt zu Sod. Verwus macht der Wahn soll rauskommen bei Sod.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, go.
What's the van?
I'll get on the van in a second, but I want to go to the place where the gewollt to the purpose of the hechere mensch is, because it's nicht allemaal werkelijk. The hechere mensch is the niedrige falte. The niedrige de bist, the pshat als die komt van een hechere plaats. Because the hecherste is, the stärker the light comes to us.
Also ich weiß, wie die Zusammenstellung von der Jain. Die Jain ist dich Megala, die Jain warf dich herab, sie schickt Megala, wie hoch du bist.
Okay, we'll go there in a minute. Lass mal können das endigen. Because I'll pull around in a Jain.
Yeah.
So but I'll pull currents as an clue of them. Why the lower you are means the higher you are, because in Das Tachten you're using it that I'm falling into a low place. But in Das Elyon, you're able to use this the power of how low you can go is how silent you can get into. How silent you can get, how much you can get to ground zero. Where you meet this Tachas Apshitas case where it's just the lake that's calm, there's no ripple effect, that level of Yichida, where there's B'Tachas Apshitas, you can meet that within yourself. That's the level of low you can go in vibration. I'm full of noise, complaining and pain and all that, so I can go into such a level of silence. That's how low I can go. Going into low in silence, low. until you're in silence. And that's a Yechida moment, where you have the Maim Tachtenu, the Maim Layonim, mirroring Kamayim Lapunim.
Gaat dus dus dat met die lower die bus.
What's that?
De gaat dus dus dat met al die niedrige die valt, dat hij gebist. Dan is the connection.
Was is niet dringen, was is hoog.
No, you have to feel it. You have to feel it. It can't be explained. I can give you words, but you have to feel it. Die darfst es verstehen, nicht mit deinem Kopf. You have to feel it. We can explain it, but you have to experience it. It's a feeling of...
Feel it, so.
Okay.
Losing yourself? Losing yourself fully?
It's a little better for them, but I want to first feel it. I want to first feel it. But go ahead, ask the question so we can go into the rest of it.
ובצודק, ריפת את הסך מלון כגויד לקליפה, כאן גויד לפרי. אם מר אסטורס המנצ'ות, הסימן הזאת אגרסיב לשונה.
Okay, I got it now. Thank
Yeah?
you. Yes. So, wenn ein Mensch ist tieflich verhakt, veraction verhakt, was meint es? Kenne nicht an verhakt auf Stamm Verhacktkeit. There's etwas, wo es ist in Konflikt mit. Als jemand sich deeply verhakt, es meint that to do a light, was is deeply fighting with it. Because otherwise, as ich have their hand pushed against their hand, is do etwas. But what happens if I move out of the way? So als ich bin verhankert ergens, ich schaue that, and sometimes I'm verhankert in a way that I'm just a neutral, ich weiß nicht wie ich bin, ich verchulend. So life is going to trigger you into a way that you're going to feel there's a different big guarantee to get you to the place where
Dan light liegt versteckt.
so you can meet on the other side of it, or the other side of the resistance. And that is that the higher you are, the lower you fall, because you need to wake up in such a low place to bring Einad Mavada into such a low place. So the meer verhakt de biz, the meer veraction, the meer koich is over the andere zaad. Ah.
De andere zaad is ook gek, als de niedrige de is, dan is het aggressive light, zo opzijden. Wat dat is dat? Zoals een mizaan, op de niedrige mizaan, is bedoeld te brengen naar een riesige lijn. Because the niedrige is als meer light af.
Yeah. It goes hand as he's nidrig, the light
Continues there.
No, exactly. That is the you don't need to
The light
do
follows.
anything. The fact that we're still breathing in the matzav that we are and that we're living, that means the light is meeting us right here. I don't have to do anything. The light is with me, but the more I activate myself, the more I can activate the light. That's where fine. Yes, you want to know from Yain? Yeah. What's Yain? Nachas Yain, you said. Weiter?
Jain en soy.
Yes.
So now I'm cutting this fig to be met the soy. The soy is fig the shilling in this is the iron. Das ist mit Kashi ganz das soy. So the kind of kind of the soy with the zam the soy. Thanks to the iron, the jain. Kannst du ihre Kinder alles shilling in this. Das ist nicht so. Das ist mehr
How? So how does he do that?
drinking wine. Wine is 70.
Right. So what's the koich in the wine? Okay. Is Farbreng though? That's cool, right? Fun. Yeah. So it looks like the yarn is... Okay, so it's simple. Let's go, let's see the wine. The wine is like this. The wine is Nechmasna Yusasad, and then he has the olives. Olive is Chachma. Chachma Stima, which means that you look at an olive, it says green, and that's it. Then you squeeze it, oil comes out. And then miraculously you can light this oil and it burns, it holds fire. So that means Chachma Stima. So too the brain, the right brain, which is like the olive, Chachma. It's geglichen to Shemen, which means that first it's there, and then there's a squeeze, and then the fire comes out of it. That is Hanukkah. That's one way of triggering. Where we're activating a Hanukkah, we're going in to, it's a Chochmah, it's all the right side, Chochmah, Netzach, Hoyet, whatever, it's the ganze Sach, no? It's the right side. Oil, got it on in the oil around. In Kedisha, got it on in Kedisha, Shem, got the rose from the Klippa. Purim is the same deal, the same spiel, but with wine, with grapes, with Trauben. Yain, because the yain is samach levav enish, and now we can see the contrast of what do you feel Hanukkah olives, and what do you feel with the wine? Where do you feel the wine? You feel it in the heart. It's almost like it types. It's a code that opens up something in the person that he's able to access his bina and his sad. Your secret. Who are you? And not trying to figure it out with the head, you have to feel it in the heart. It's not a head game, it's a heart game. That's where you're going to get it. That's what I said before, das ist feel. The light, the difference, why is it, besides the explanation, that's auch with feeling. That's how, you know. Anything?
So this is yeah.
Engel zingen, die wil zingen.
We're here for you.
Oh, hey, what's up?
So this is yeah.
So the Jan is macht auf the hart.
Binnen?
Jan is binnen, ja.
Nicht das?
Nicht?
Hart is da?
Well, you're going to get to Delo Yuda, you're going to get to a level of
Ah, Delo Yuda is da. What is more Charlotte? Again.
When you
Nou,
heal,
even wat gedacht rekenen.
once you're healed.
Ze breekt door, dat is het ze echt niet naar.
What? Nee? Check it out.
Ja, dat is zo.
More Charlotte from their perspective?
Seriously?
Wat is dat nou dan? Gaat van their perspective. Gooi dat is toch wel. Dat is een mooie Charlotte. Utrecht tchiet.
So, any questions, anybody? You good? This is, man. You good? Name? Yes, lady. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I asked. Good? Okay. Ben je nog eens live? Oh, okay. What's up there? No, half net? No. Once you know the secret, this is where it stops. If you go any lower, it's on you. Now you just drop it. That's a bungee jump. I'm on the chaps that. Oh, so get the kasha. What do you want? Who's business? What's that? No. What? Oh, yeah, I know you. Adult too. I'm just finished with you. What is that? What's business? Stop to bring sikher gegaan, stop to bring simcha, stop to bring in purpose, stop to bring in understanding, and you know, of course, there's going to be days up, days down, but this is the Beis Hamikdash. This is stepping into the space of the luz. First listen to the concept. Yeah, I'm saying, let it sit, and then the intellect gets creative with it.
Verstaan is koop.
Huh?
Try to verstaan. Verstaan is koop. I know.
he didn't want to ask the question directly, so he wants to get into the conversation that way.
zu hagen mal in der Gürtel. So viel das schon mal.
No. Wow, gewöhnt ist das, ja. Verwoes op Pinken Nechten nog maar eens gesehen im Stickel Klur. En de moest je bedwaas of Pieren. There's the 5 pages, very nice. Like he breaks it down very nicely. So, the answer to Sil, so is the Sweden for the Rask Sheikh, I mean, come on. Fine. It's not a blame that that was that. Sadly, it's holding it hostage. So the kid said, "Amais, who's the Gadafta Goyle?" Because he didn't want to shchita. Shchita wouldn't do the job. There had to be a yichid. Again, a große Mechasher. We given nicht haben level astrologers. Kann ich gesehen the level von Matcha, aber ich gesehen. Bei Paare gesehen the level von Moshe, but we have gesehen the level. Grazie, Gemishim Amma. Okay, fine. Hoe moet ik gaan powerhouse? Het ausgefigurd, but dat ook gedacht was er gesehen is als the midden zijn geschloffen damals. Listen, this is wow, this is for deep. Okay. Farse kimt erop eppes de mannen. Dat not laying the mannen. Farse kimt erop eppes daf kim akkoord na press. The only way you're going to see your light is by first getting in touch with your choshech. Becoming aware with your choshech, and then you can start waking up to your light. So, but before they flash kind, before the awareness kind, got man a squeeze. And then comes your break. When comes your breakthrough? After you had a squeeze, it was heavy, and then boom, you have to go on and just let it leave. So gesehen, als kommt der Quetsch, als so, sehr in der Mitte schlufen, we'll talk and then we'll elaborate. First, let's go over it. Gesehen, wie sie schluft. Und gewiss, mit seinem Chachma, gewiss, als schluft nicht, fahr weg sich auf, fällt schlufen, Salila, so to speak. Yes, a blink of the eye. It may look like it's very dark. It may look like you're very squeezed. It's like it's choshech lafayla. So he understood that it's the end of the gulas from the Zibit Zigud. Gewiss, dass kimt geit das bauen der Besser Migdash. Ze gesagt haben Tag Schweirisch, and they said, look, jetzt guys are dort der Mitte, ze schlufen jetzt, the Gevers in a Fachulim. Rolim is busy with chasing every different problem, let's just say, just to make make it cute, whatever we're talking about. Whatever you're chasing, whatever we're sleeping to, we don't even know we're sleeping. Thank you. He's like, they're about to wake up, let's catch him while he's sleeping, we'll kill them. While he's sleeping, and then, when wekt zich op, is gonish. It can go back and sins. That's finster. So, what gemacht that plan. So, in order to make the plan, is gegangen mit the girdle. Like I the girdle is when the schluft. Hat gemacht der girdle, then the beste Zeit auszuspielen, der Latte. Wenn spielt sich es aus? Gesehen, sie spielt sich aus und geht die Schuhe. Hoe spielt sich aus in Chodesh Shuvah? Weil damals ist Moshe gestorben. And then sie gestorben, that the door to the Allah. So he's like, the ganze, alles, you build, and we drop certain hours of the day, months, up and down, but where is the main drop? Is Chodesh Shuvah, Zayin Udah. So he's like, let's drop, we got Oshpil the Gordel dort, and Yen Allah got an Oshpil the Gordel, and say, alles, you build up the lot, and then it's a big fluff, it's a big bluff, let's just say. Thin air. So we're going to play, and jene Nacht hat man ausspielen, and wenn sie jene Chodesh, wenn sie Mazel, when sie do the Lach, we spielen the Gordel, we're going to go for it, and we're going to win. But Moshe is auch geboren, and the ganze Sache der Chere Moshe, because the Das, he holds down the Torah, so the whole connection, that vibration of Torah is he's holding the space for that. Steht auf Narasina 1, cup and the feast in the cup of, and I mean he's transmitting this message. So der Gott machen zu Kimmen Ude is gekimmen, mat ausgespielt business of Matchat Sadig was activated to the point of Mesiris Nefesh because we were about to get killed, and that's it. Matchat held, he went into and he knew that this is a problem. Because this is a light right there that he's not going away, and the more I try, the more he's in my face. In other words, wherever I go in my rishus, this guy's going into a deeper light. I can't execute my plan. It is in way. So, ik mag de goyel. Ze roze kimmen when I happig hier because we gangen op een serious nefesh. En in zijn serious nefesh is dat wat meer, a sach meer real, wie zei choshech. Why? Because it's the one in the mind. It's a spark that we can't socialize. It's a spark that you can't put out. Which means that a time of you can be in total sleep that we don't even know what we're looking for. Like a ghoul is like we're searching stuff, we're chasing stuff that we're not even interested in, so to speak, right? That level of dermita, sleeping and panic and all that good stuff.
Das ist fein. Als man sich was macht, dem eine Weise gemacht. Aber nicht schatz mit Matches.
So hat exact matchis gewend, dat is een andere zaad van hem. The more rishes, the more light. The more you see that they have very more for action than that, and it's gewoon on fire. And they're not moving, you know. The truth is, no. Let me explain. No, it's a different explanation. That too. But it's they didn't have to fight for nothing. They were met ze geworden gestippt in a Platz, wie sie kommen zu dann Pintele, we're going to get killed, for was ich represent. Was represent ich? And this is, exactly, but as they were pressing, that woke up and they couldn't put it out. Instead of putting it out, it got stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's the Mesiras Nefesh. That's the Mesiras Nefesh, and that is, the parchment paper, which is by Har Sinai, is given the parchment paper, is given the lichas. Is given the lichas. He gets given the Megillah. It's a little of the papers. He gets bring this out in the give, in the body. I've seen it given Nasa v'Nishma. But he didn't embody it yet. He didn't feel it yet. People are in the give because they activated the Mesiras Nefesh. Ja, so stimmt. Klur stimmt. Stimmt klur. Speak English only. Yiddish. Okay. Klur. So what's that? Kimi v'kibli. The Kabbalah man. Finish? Correct. Chosim boilet. Then tegen de lichas had boilet genannt, so hat angeschaut. And noch dem is in some of the parchment paper, and the canst no shram of the parchment paper of the Vusish and Dark. Says the Rebbe Rashab. You can only write what's already there. What does that mean? That means that in the Agif Anayit is a parchment paper, and you can only write the story that's already there, which is who you are. It's already there. You just need to now put the ink on it so you can see what's written. So what's the ink? Here's the daily story. That's the ink, and through that you can see what the light is. Not that the light is bringing out the choshech, bringing out the letters. The letters are bringing out the light. So your story is to tell you what your light is. And this is from here, from Rebbe Rashab Ahmed. So Kimi v'Kibli. That's what that is. Delo Yuda. I mean, look, I think if I practice the Bisl, you meditate on this, on how to get to the place of Delo Yuda and make an alten cup, I don't know, see what happens. right? Going into a place of letting go, and then from there going into Das Elyon, the Kesher Shel Tefillin, which you're just present to what you're feeling. When da hast the Kesher Shel Tefillin, nicht when da hast das von jetzt, feel jetzt, but it feels when da hast the Kesher Shel Tefillin. What it triggers in the back, feels it? Good. Jimmy, feels this?
It's main block.
Chenish?
It's main block to come down.
It's the main block to come down, yes. But do you feel it?
Yeah.
Feels the block? Perfect. A frage besser bin ich dabei, at least now you know wie es das war. So that is Piram. So practicing going into that place of silence, going into that place of silence. From the noise to the silence, not from silence to silence, because from silence to silence is just blah. You need to go from noise to silence. And hopefully you are from the newer generation that you don't have that level of trauma, so once you're going to experience, you're not going to need to have any more pain. You're just going to be able to be there in order to get into to silence. You can activate it through white fire, which is, singing, davening, all that.
Or
What's that?
or
Or through pain. You weren't happy with that. You just want to have the option. First, give me an option. After you heard it, you still wanted an option. No, you just wanted to identify where. Yeah, good. Say that was. Solid.
Gaat het
Solid.
zijn,
Wow.
ja, Delo Yuda had gewoon een eindtuk van eigen gewillig
Oh, dat is
leren.
okay.
So how do we
Wow, daar hebben ze iets aan. You can listen now. Ga je hier hebben ze iets. Dat was ik zo.
So how Delo Yuda van aanbrengen naar ganz uur? How
Yeah,
the
good.
state of mind to tap into.
Adalida Gansu, I mean, if you have businesses taken care of, then you go to Adalida Gansu.
So you just can.
But that's from Piram, making the Yichud Piram. Then what happens from there is that level of oneness, that level of awareness is going to spread out into your year. There, everything is going to start looking a little different.
Is the goal to make it?
What's that?
Is the goal is geëerd zich maken naar ganz uur?
Sure. I mean, if you have Gila one moment, the proper Gila, then it's Gila forever.
How so?
Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. I didn't see it yet. But I see the tzaddikim that did see it, and they're just there.
I did not see it.
Exactly. I can't see that. Yeah, I shouldn't say anything. Of course not. With off my head. See it. Yeah. So they can be moved. No, they can't be moved. So No. Questions of Stikolina Mani?
Kennst du die Jagd raus von einem Chosach?
Okay, finally.
I had to
Oh,
find-
one second. Yeah.
Zo jou er, oké. Nee.
Okay, Chronicle. 1 second. No. Egg drinken. I freak that you. Freak that cash.
Fijn.
Gaan we de vroeg gaan. Wie me gaat eruit? Zo gezoek dat wie me gaat eruit. Gezoek dat wie me gaat. Ik ken dat ook van mijn laatste experience. Want ik weet net dat ze ook gezien Jiden we zijn in eruit. Gezoek naar eruit. Ze leven schon leven als een andere vibe. So what does that mean to us? That we respect this and we're bringing it back. So
Maar ze lopen zo niet nog zijn.
gered van de tzaddik inmiddels. And the ganze, I think the ganze folk there is more chill. It's more relaxed. They're not. It's a different vibration. Yeah. But the kasha is wie me gaat eruit. By starting to wie darfst eruit gaan? Wie bist de verhak? Wie has the fears? Wie has the fears means that you have ga zoeken de woord en ik mag a disclaimer for them. Let me ending the follow up after that because I don't want to sound like typical, but V feels the pain, really feels the fear, you're lacking amuna, get sound via rabbi, I was collecting the morning, but of course I'm not going to leave you hanging there. We're going to go there with it all the way so you understand what we're talking about. It's there to let you know that there is a new, deeper level of you to let go and to become less chomerdik, more lucid, more ruach, more spirit. Ruach shel Mashiach. Wow. The spirit, the guys for Mashiach. It's more energy, it's more feeling, it's more my will, my roots. And yeah, I have fears. My fears is telling me no, that I'm lacking Gemuna. Not that no. There's a to do an IV. Literally, the organism is hooked up to fear. It's also, you can hook yourself up to an IV called a minim betuchen. Because as you do that, you tap into a minim betuchen, you're literally becoming hooked up to a flow, a channel of a minim betuchen. Sometimes it's like a vein big. You can't have too much of it, because then you're gonna just overdose. Right? That's the nimshal and the mushal. You're gonna go into such, you're gonna lose, you're not gonna be grounded. So it's a vein, and you're feeling, and you're tuning into it, and eventually you're bringing it into Welt, because unfortunately, we're not blessed that you're able to be born at a rule that you can just, understand it, or guess what? They have it and they're not aware of it. But here you have to work for it and dig for it, and nog brengen us in dat. Ule Mashiach behar zindish b'dashar Esuf. Wie gaat me kimmen voor Ule Mashiach? Ik ken de poesie van Tanach ken ik dus wel verder. Van Achmas op Pesach. We gaan het erover hakken. Ze wakt erover. Je komt erover van boven. Je komt erover van de plaats that you are at. And you're like, how do I get out? Tapping into the minimum betogen and see what happens from there. Bring that into your day to day. Stem? Wow. It's beautiful. Told you, there's not a lot of trauma there. The whole young generation, like one time, and then they get it. I'm still just saying it, right? I'm delivering the message. I'll see how you do, and then I'll know where I need to apply. But the message that I'm saying is true. Sing anything? I want to take a vote. I want to see what the vibe is. The Ram will chill, I want to take anything. The Ram will sing anything. The Ram will sing anything. Nicht die, der Eulam vragen. Ja, nicken, I have of the hand. Other water sitting on the chill. Who wants to just continue? We can sit in silence. We can sit in silence for 3 minutes. Silence session? Silence, okay. Come on, don't get it. Hey, can't leave now. This is I know, this is the boring, but this is the part. I know, and I'm just teasing. See what is wrong. Yeah? I'm supposed to, right? Yeah. Is Moscow? See, yeah, it's shouldn't see full attention. So again, let's go for the Riach, the Remes, right? Even of the 9. Even though it's what's the Mizrach, Marev. Okay, so Marev, of the field Sefer, sie fragen, was ich wollte fragen, ich spielt da dort nach der Call, nicht da rausgehen, aber das hat man da do, das ist gar nicht so. Of Mizrach is getting, so that's what I'm saying, and you saw, yeah. I'm just sharing, Stimmt?
Ich hab eigentlich.
Tegen vrij.
Auf der Lamme kann sie, ich weiß, was sie redet.
Yeah, I think so. It makes sense. So it's a clue. So it's a clue. It's a minute from what I do is you are attention. Yeah, silence.
The Middle East.
What?
The Middle East is that the seal.
No, we didn't get into the silence the right way. It was supposed to be after.
Yeah, it was good. It was on noise.
We took the vote. We took the votes, and that. You're the only one making noise here, right? No, there was I began tzaddikim in Etzisol, but now they're more revealed. They're more revealed. They're not afraid. I was by Berland. It's next level. Richard Meyer, and it's all, done. Everybody has their way of shitas, but really it's a taniya. It's a derech. Derech means it's a way. It's a path to a higher vibration, a higher circle, a higher, everything is the strings, right? You have the strings. You have 8 strings, 10 strings. The sphere is a string. Just we put in the vibration of that string. And throughout life, we are on different strings. We're different vibrations. When you're in pain, you're in lower vibration. When you're happy, you're on a higher vibration. It's all vibrations. So then there is the 8th vibration. Kalashmini. Even though. Yes, so that Derech Hashem is, it's a mahalach, it's a path that if you follow that path, you'll get to the promised land. You'll get there. They're going to take you to Etzisru, and from there you're going to find Ishtachas Gafnei Ta'ina. You're going to find yourself, but it's going into a different space. The Rebbe says in many sikhs that everything, the Kelim, the Beis Hamikdash, everything is here. It's removed from here, and it's in a different vibration. We need to wake up to it. It's the same type of vibration of the Tchias medicine, where you have this something that can communicate with the luz, with that chip, something that has the koyach to just pick that thing up and just hold it. Understand? So that is the Derech Hashem. Derech Hashem. So there's paths. The different tzaddikim are different paths. Some are connected. There's the big ones, the ones that are all the way there, full channel. Some connect. They don't have direct kav. But that's fine, because they're tzaddikim. So they're in a whole different. They don't view things that way. They're just fully surrendered to what the flow is, where it needs to be. Whatever's Klal Yisrael and all that, so we can finally have the Geula. Questions? Fine. Who we after? You gonna help me?
Yeah.
Alright. You have help from the other end? MashaAllah, kan hangen aan het time. You want it? Zit. It's good. Sorry. No. Yep. First. That's right. And Tzaddik is Haltzer. Although once a lot of time, Haltzer to the
Well, he's not as low as he was before, right?
but it keeps going.
How could he go higher than
That's called Shiva.
go higher?
Because if he hit the level, there's the word of what Shiva down the really level. Correct. Correct. Yeah, so it's Machal Lachol. It keeps moving. Tifur Avodah, no? Tifur and fire. Es Hashem Elokecha B'chol levavecha B'chol nafshecha B'chol me'aynecha So, okay. Can I have it? Yeah. Yum, bum, bum. Okay. Love you, Chaim. Weet je me nou dat we dat hebben, dus we beginnen in een en ander. Er wijst alles dat hebben, ze beginnen van een en ander hammer, kom eens kussen, Hashem, ahalo dove, barakim, ahalo dove. Dus we beginnen met een en ander hammer. Hier met Yeshem, Echel, Shema, oké. Dus we beginnen met plaats van een ander. Maar zo is dat begin hier af, Shalahasik, eerlijke Shemalen, we beginnen Malchus de Kedusha, Magdulas van bijna Akim. You can only get to that place when you're from the place that you're at right now. Only from there you can get to that place. The Baina Akim, from the squeeze. Alright. Shalom. So, yeah, fine. Okay. Actually, that's the three star. Okay. So do we have Wi-Fi? Do Wi-Fi this up? Oh, there's Wi-Fi? Okay. Fine. The responses. The name of the mentioned responses was I was trying to Farbreng and we even came in and push it aligned with Delo Yuda. So answers the code Nishmas Harava Kodesh Rabbitzchak Ma'ed Baal Chedesh Yerem. Okay. Then Rabbi Yisrael.
Ma'ed Rabbi Yisrael?
So Ma'ed, yeah, Ben Rabbi Yisrael. Get it over?
Yeah. The
eerste keer op zijn hand aan je zet?
Nee.
Dat is een nice, oké. So the Nishmas. Okay. Dus het is goed, maar Baal Chedesh Yerem, Rabbi Yisrael, so Ma'ed. Yes, okay.
Hij is nog
Ja, die is nog hem?
hij is nog
Aha. Oh, okay. You guys are confusing me. It's above my pay grade. We're throwing it names. My computer werd vermischt.
Je staat met de huis nog even bij me.
Ja, ga maar eens van me. Het is bestelijk.
Ik wil maar zeggen, dat is wat ik feels like connection.
Gemek feel like an extra someone to the free to get out. That's what kept. Yeah. So the free to get out as an obvious Yitzchak. That's why I kept, you know. Yeah. The rest of Yitzchak and Yitzchak Mai. The truth is, Yitzchak Mai can't surrender into anything because Mai is just a light. Yitzchak is, so he can connect all the Yitzchaks. He can direct that name, that Yitzchak, to any light he wants, any connection he wants. Okay. So offense alles dan, ze alle bekend als show. Dan zal ik. Wow. So that's the triangle. The zigzag. It's not even a triangle. It's a zigzag. It's like it's a hard cut. Okay. Shimon ben Esther the way to Malka. Shimon ben Esther the way to Malka. Who? Davis? Dat is dit? Oh, okay.
Ja, schon. Sie jeder Mann sagt, wo wir nach Rom, was ist schön über Erste, und auch schön über Erste, weil man.
So, even about the Shefa, is the Shubim kind of fears, and you should allow yourself to expand into Das Elin. Is er ausgegaan van een katnis, een jambe, kan katnis en kan, ja, katnis. Je doet een katnis. Katnis is juist dit, dat is gaaf van hem, maar dat is goed niet verstaan, ze maakt zo voor zich alleen. Fijn, we roepen. Mazel tov. Fijn. Was je met de woorden gegeven het. Easy, huh? Stuff on that. Yeah, let's definitely shave it off. Let's try it. So the phone is literally a distraction, and that's what they're talking about. Remember we spoke about this like way back. We talk about how when the phone is on, it interferes with the vibration, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and now for feeding the kadam to mind, what they're really saying is they're not so concerned about what you're seeing on the phone. They're more concerned about the distraction that it's doing. Or it had to be exposed, they had to come in so we know such a thing exists, and now they're screaming get rid of it to trigger that within you anyways. That's
Trigger that
within you. Like I can just go to why do I need video call to see somebody the person? I can just video call them like this, go into the person now that you know where it's at. Das, all in das, manchmal kriegen. That's so nice. Manchmal kriegen. What does it mean, manchmal kriegen? He talks a lot about. Yeah.
The call is
Manchmal kriegen.
That is manchmal kriegen.
Yeah. Connecting to the Moshe and the Mashiach within you. Yeah. Like whatever that means over Purim, whatever that means. Bring your mindfulness, and you have to. It's nicht mal ein Wort, aber you have to, du darfst, okay. The plant on a sea, you go to Yisrael, to Akaiver, to the Tzadik, or you go on Kvurim hopping, and you go and do all that, to show up and nothing, you feel nothing. The famous question, every chus to fragt nummer come on, I feel gonish. Nothing happening. So there's many teritzim of them, that when you get there, the light is so big that you can't handle. Okay, good, this is good for the Droi Ben but for simple Wasserträgers, like, what's the in? Why can't you feel when you go there? Because when you're in the moment, you're not aware that you're in the moment. So you need to meditate before you get to the moment and visualize what that moment is going to look like. Plan the moment. And then when you get there, then you can become mindful of the experience. Similar to what's your intention before you go into one of the processes, whatever that means, whatever that secret code means, processes. What's your intention? Why is the intention important? Because when I get lost in Toyu, when I get lost in just, either to whatever it's at, like what's my intention? And it brings you back to the space. Okay. So, ja, dat goed doen. Nog serieus, ik ben erbij.
Intention, plan in the moment. It's not mindful while the moment is.
So by planning the moment beforehand, when you get there, you're mindful. So, tracht verdammt veel Vader gestern besmetters. Vader gestern mikveh, what am I stepping in for? When you have that, then, because I'm almost was, I've been kimmen, they'll do it and it's all over the place. But what's my, before that? Who's village? Who's guy davening for? What am I praying for? Who's davening? Who's beter for? And then it's got on the spot. So I actually, this time before I went to Israel, I did this. I did this type, visualizing of being in Israel, and it was a whole different experience. Versus just getting there and it's a light, the coffee is good, but you miss it. When you come back, you have what happened. Now, entering the space, entering the space, mindful, wieder wisdom, and then, okay, alles kan overkomen from they get out in the following weeks. So, we're coming to the place of being mindful of.
Cleansing the bahula from Peter.
No, go for it. No, talk to him. Get me
So
rest.
you're talking about mindfulness and Peter.
Yeah. Look, ik ben nog in het Israël gaan dit, so I'm not. I'm letting it go so we can help him with the smear.
What's the period that went to Torah?
Exactly. So you want to plan. You want to meditate on the moment of Delo Yuda, Radla. What does it mean to be present, to let go? Now, visualize what the Piram looks like now, and then when you enter in Piram, you're gonna guys to happen. Ergens wie is involved in a loud conversation. Distracted, but you're gonna have 1 second. What's my image from Piram, from the space of my higher conscious, a higher vibration? And sitzen da beim Tisch, wie jeder andere is loud, you're just going into a moment where you have a moment, Delo Yuda, and then you maybe choose to take a space or do it right there. While everybody's getting, and as you're doing this, they're gonna get crazier because they're getting more. Because you just
Oh my gosh.
Thomas, ik lang de richting week is het pass out.
Yeah.
Just visualize, let it go, and surrender.
You're asking or you're telling?
I'm asking.
Really, what I think the smartest answer is that we're just talking about the ideas and the tziyas. Like, first we understand that such a thing exists, and then you're going to find that's going intellectually, you're going to find your path. Of course, we talk about it, but that's one answer. Of course, we can dig in and see, like, what does it mean to you, but I'm saying in a very egotistical place, very egotistical way, we can just answer the question very simply by not trying to figure it out. Disconnected.
Ich weiß nicht mehr. Ich hab nicht schon die Pyramid. Ich hab es nicht schon, sicher ist nicht die Quetschen schnell an in der.
Deep breath, take a deep breath. What's the question again, Sherry?
So what is it to visualize? Visualize what?
You're gonna find your path with the information. You're gonna find yourself in moments where you're gonna become aware, and that's gonna trigger an answer within you. To okay, de weg wie ich sehe jetzt Sachen, de weg wie ich so wie ich bin erst te gappen in a moment van panic, and you're gonna be like, 1 second, what am I afraid of? You're gonna know how to read it. You're gonna know how to communicate with it. Instead of it taking you over, you can all of a sudden you have the tools to catch it and to negotiate with it. What's my anxiety right now? Where am I feeling it? What am I feeling? Is it in my head? Is it, what do I need to do? Do I need to just push back, or do I need to eat something sweet to put me in a better mood? Or smoke a cigarette, or whatever. Or talk it out. It becomes more isolated and compartmentalized instead of being in the problem. And that means that by having the information, the oisies from the Reb Nachman and the Alter Rebbe, these are the codes of bringing this awareness to the cleaning up the bahula of Peter. Tightness in the stomach? What's the tightness?
Die tightness is gewoon zo slecht, gewoon dat is wel een type, is maar een keer kleine kind versteld zo met de verstellig te kleven weer de boel de
Am I gonna hit it? Am I gonna chop it this?
Yeah.
Am I gonna miss the day? When I have to come to it?
Yeah.
The panic together. So what you want to do? What you? I think what you want to do, the way they do it back where I'm at. I gotta trust when it comes to these things. They start off the day in the morning with a cup of wine, and then throughout the day, you just keep going slowly, and then when the time comes, you can just relax. It's not pretty to get that drunk on mashkin, unless tequila actually is lighter. But you need to drink wine. Over there they drink vodka and tequila. Tequila's a whole different Peter. The mate? Well, yeah.
The hele day is around, but for me, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Fine, the friction lager aan maas. Well, that do down time. We drink it from Pirum, the next one we drink the spice. So that you have to be ready. From the Shabbos to the Machas, found that 10 back in the day, 10.
What else is the middle of shop? Yeah.
Shop, yeah. Daar hebben we een politie gezet, zijn er nogal begonnen daar als we bestaan.
Dat is altijd een keer aardig geld maken.
Ja. Maak wel uit. Maak het heel erg. So, yeah. So many miss the point.
Yeah.
Can you miss the point? You can't miss the point, but I'm saying, I shouldn't say miss the point. Yeah, I can say miss the point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Gut, das sagt Peter, man verliert die ganze Sache. Can you call it miss the point?
Peter becomes very heavy.
That's the point.
If you're not diving into it, it becomes like all of a sudden it's wird gesagt, you know what, I'm not interested. So you can easily.
Ik heb echt een markt.
Nog een andere gaan naar Bocha.
Yeah. Mulek is very powerful that day.
Ja.
De leiter is zo powerful, dat mijn woord is met mijn naam. Dat mijn stick.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a bit like the eagle to catch your dash that it's uncommon. Just let it take you.
Wat je mij zegt, is voor de weg, ik denk te vinden dat het lucht als carrière en illusion carrière. Als je de bereiken van Piram, is dat ook goed. Vandaar gaat het niet. Piram gaat met de bereiken. Piram illusion carrière. Gaat dat bereiken, je hebt niet dat bereiken van Piram.
Yeah.
Ik goed zien, maar heb het is dat maar nog aan het zien gaat, ja, maar heb nog aan. Peter, wat waar?
Yeah, you have to be chill. You have to
Easy.
it's
Yeah.
like you can go to Israel and run in the Quorum and all that, and then it becomes like a mission, or you can just be present in Israel. Disconnected to all the Quorum, to all the liberty, all the disconnected to it all.
The present to be going around.
Well, if they're him, so how Behurim gaat gaat and do that, and it's like, just drink your coffee.
Get this out.
Yeah. Oh, dat is wel shower. We gaan. Ik hoef het zijn aan mensen wat de smalle Yishuv, maar dat zit ooskieken die als meine mensen aan man zegt, het is best een
I'm sure that the Anna.
Eerst als dat zo zeggen.
ik ga me weg kennen zoeken. Ja, ga weg kennen zoeken. Ik maak het ik heb iemand gaan. So we gaan. But was so is okay, is great to the Matuna? Okay. Wenn man hängt drin mit der Tzadik's Makev, verliert man sich auf die Begierde. Versuch am Begierde. Man fragt also mit Kisher zum Tzadik, ist in Zahn Makev, nimmt dich an Zahn Makev, das ist, wo Hashem wird ausgelehnt von seiner Chassidin, mit Zahn German, so als beginnen von Achlusit in Arabia, und nimmt dich an Zahn Tachas Kampfen, and you're protected, the house protects you, straight up. So, als mit Kisher mit Tzadik verliert man sich auf die Begierde. Pshat ist, als der Tzadik, gewollt ich so bekommen Lechaim. En hij geworden met Leibisch als toch mijn water gewend van hem. Dus meint dat het doorgevierd dat het doorgeschaamd, doorgevierd dat het aan zijn schlieg is. Zo, we gaan. Happy Purim. Huh?
Dat is niet ongegaan.
Vergeet. Versta je?
Anything and everything that happens.
Okay, good. Fine. Versta ik gewoon eens. We zien maar als gevoeld als ik kan share naar Zamassen met nog. Dan wissen we meint, ik vergeet als er blijven gronder gezocht als wat er hebben, zij vliegen zich geschreven Noord-Amerika heißen. Ik gebeten heb het. Habt ihr gehört vor?
Nein.
Sie sind gestanden den ganzen Tag. Alle gebunden. Sie haben gearbeitet.
Wie, bei wem?
Oh. They got, in other words, there was kept complete bittel and silence, and when I get bitten, then they activated. Imagine what that looked like, and out with that out, like alignment. In other words, yeah, the market from the side. What? Exactly.
She had geschreven van de oil.
Right. But you need something to hold you in that space. So the tzaddik means that's the koyach from the tzaddik.
Ik denk toch niet te brengen, want dat ik feit alle Gabon, maar laten we eens weg.
Brain is good?
Dat is zo. En dat is mij wel geef.
Visions also? So that, yeah, it's a powerful to stuck at this. Yeah, it's strong. Ze zei er ook ben ik diplomaat van Suri zo kom. Bam 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 bam. No, help me. Yeah. Wow.
Just the conflict is it is so good that the same way so lack intentions was automatically create a certain expectation. Maar we dachten van de kennen raak aan dat en dat was ook gedaan. Dus als mensen wissen dat men is schon dort und man is wherever you will go down is man. Regardless wieso es actually spielt sich aus und wieso es arbeitet sich aus und wieso es
The sofa of them is very strong. When you're thinking of the tefillah, you're thinking what is going to look like, you're creating the oasis. Oasis HaMachshava, you're creating it, you're going into the future, you're creating the oasis. And when you enter, this means you prepare the oasis, you prepare the stencil. And when you enter in there, when you come into Piram, you bring your koach, then you're automatically falling into that place, because this is the parchment, this is the cloth of the distribution.
So nothing can when you visualize Krishna Shalamita, the Torah, actually Yutza, and Peter, the way walking this medrash, driving in the car, and
the is of status. The intention is all the jam. So realizing is I realize because I'm not so slow in life, but because I'm not so slow, so because I'm a Peter man, this is not the intention. Because I'm a Peter. It's my own as ever happened.
Right, but no. But I got it off. You're telling you to do that shit, but guys are not the leader. He's like, let me clear the highway here. Let's come travel. Exactly. Ich mir das hier zum Sitz auf der auf dem Floor, sie gehen mit zu mit aber Kabonas. Stimmt? What's your name?
Timothy
Feigl?
Tilly Bowen.
Ah, well, it's the first time, the first move is though. Mr. Bashirim? It was from the Shemins? Oh, okay, got it. So that's kind of You from here? You from here? First time? What's your name? If you want. Fried? Fine. So go for it. So when you again. And then it's the Malatanan.
I'm going to go to the meeting.
No.
Ik ben ergens moeilijk dus wenn je mag de meeting. Das liegt in der Welt. Das ist es. Mensen tanzen met de shiras.
I feel like I need a case of my favorite. Is there a case to do a case of my favorite? No, just
Das jetzt so lang.
Just take it up.
Ich habe jetzt gesagt, lass mal ein bisschen schweirisch gemacht.
Yeah, that's it. It's not, but let's come on, let's stop. Nice stop there, she not finish. Fine, was soll damit? Jetzt machen wir das Kind daran schauen. Ja, ich weiß, ich habe das noch mal wieder gesagt. Schäbe mit Esser, Mann, Schäbe mit Esser. In der 27 haben wir Sura wird Is that the same?
The same.
Du weißt von der Kirche? Ist du mir das? Huh?
מה רעש הולך אסתר לב לחלוטית כזה המדינה? טוב בזאת של סיבוב שכל 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 השונה. אתם לחלוטית כזה המדינה. בקיר ist תמיד עם זמן geschliffen. Dicke Schleier, Bakir hat so geweckt. Also gerade fängt auf der Schale, fängt auf der Russe. Erste Grad 127. War das einige von so, das ist jetzt 127 Kilo. That's it. Also sind sie alle umgestanden. Abschlägt in der Nägel, was noch würde der Bakir wird.
I mean, I think it's how should I show you what this is? Supposed to be fit this. I mean, you know, Chashvayrish is what's that Chashvayrish mit das? Was ist das Chashvayrish mit das? Was ist das Chashvayrish mit das? Ist da ein Kesher von Chashvayrish mit das? It's a Kesher. In other words, you got up because the Nick and Vimai Chashvayrish somehow it triggers up this like in das. So it takes you back to, thank you so much, it takes you back to so up to Tzirik, I guess, it's yeah, because we're at the fin, yeah, we're at the fin Marischen, so we're at the fin.
זה רעש שלו, חשבייל.
זה זמן וזמן.
So the Sheva v'Esra Mayim B'Din Mavir Soda B'Surei Mayim Al Kutzei B'Yir Chai Surei Mayim Shvim v'Esra Shvim Sheva Shvim Mizbah V'Zim Rizal Kita Torah Sh'Surei Mayim Hi B'Sad Shalach HaMishim K'Surei Hi Oisis Rosh B'Soid, yeah, of course, Rosh, okay. Surei is Oisis Rosh Surei Oisis Also zoekt er no? Verstaan we met hem? What?
Oh, so is
בסוד מאי ועשם ושבע היא משל חמישה, בסוד מאי ועשם ושבע היא משל חמישה, פרוס, weiß man nicht was פרוס, שהיא הכסף, בכנס ריישס, פרוס is מאי ועשם ושבע, ook een misschien dat is simpel gegeven somewhere. Als het achter mal is, we vermogen wel altijd dus. Hij is een kop met numbers. Hij zoekt dat ze een schale khamish, want dan moet dat het wisten. Which my right? What? Okay. Nog niet. Alles mag zo wel wat kilometer gaat zwaar is aangeswaard is shaloi. Ik begon moet maar maar goed zijn. We gaan te noemen loef shal oil om hakken bertsen en pas. Wow. Here's the God for. Mazel tov. Elisha Maviuraye So in the 27 in other words, the Eibishter is in control of everything. The ganze Spiel von beide Seiten. Like he triggered such a intense rishes for us to wake up to this intense Mesiras Nefesh.
Well, dus zijn voor de Pusik alleen. Hoe je mij geschreven, van wem redt het?
Aangeswaard is er
Moeilijk.
De meidelijk. Morgen, ja, er is zo.
Ja. Dus de kastje met de terret. I think so. En voor de kassen. We gaan gaan zo dit.
Amorach maar heel wat keer. Reden van de melech. Yeah. Such a level of fear that it brings you to this level of awareness. So vector isn't core. Das, you become very grounded when you're about to be killed for being a Yid. You become very grounded in a sense of, okay, who am I? What type of power do I possess? What type of koyach do I have? What's my koyach? You don't need to measure it in flexing. You're measuring it in your koyach inside. Like, what do I stand for? Who am I? How much can I let go? How much can I forgive? How much can I forget? How much stamina do I have? Because I have something, always have something deeper and bigger and more meaningful. Because I can tap into Shah HaMishim. I can tap into level 50. The Rashis V'achar Shaloi. Playing the lotto. This year it's like this image that I have of this lotto that's being played. It's mamash a gift. I don't know, we'll crack it. It's like the lotto that we keep. It's a lotto that we keep playing, but no, there's no winner. So guys, Tishra, Cheshvan, Kislev, there's no winner. He's still Taivas, there's no winner. He's still struggling. Shvat, okay, so let's do breathers in the mid, but there's no winner. Skimt Uder is when the lotto finally there's a winner. So spielt sich aus endlich. There's going to be winners. On the 14th and the 15th Tag von Uder, God's on a winner. There's the winner, Yisrael. Thank you. You heard that. Oh, wow. Huh? No, you came in sync, exactly. Alles is good. You came in sync. So the word is that sie spielt sich aus, the Gore wird ausgespielt in Uder and Piram wird es aus, ganz Uder wird es gespielt, but Uder, Piram, when sie spielt sich aus the Gore like that, it's going to be, this is the time where you meditate into your Piram, you meditate into what your tefillah is going to look like in Piram. Even not drinking and letting go. Maybe your tefillah needs to be that you just let go and just being in the moment. Piram is work. It's work. Yeah, I know. Piram kimt, and all of a sudden this is the azan against coming. I don't think you struggle with detail. Ze kimt over the azan against, and she's like, "Look, man, she let me zit met garos man." People come and drink, and ze come and exactly. Delo Yuda. But yeah, fine. Everybody has different methods today, there's different technologies, but we have to bring them on. Say that we cannot. Wow. Was is coming in here?
Not for fear of the end.
Okay, fine. Okay, toy. But I can't taking the risk. Taking the risk. Ik geef het dus ook. Ja.
Met de waan, met de roos, de waan de huis de poen am sander worden.
So, okay, maybe tequila.
Tequila?
Gans kan bereiden. Hoeveel wijn kan men drinken? See, the truth is, water wine can go in a cup if you drink it the right way. En dan staat I got a halve cup.
Deze wordt trouwens sippen, maar zoals ik al zei, schon met de helft.
But the sipping is yeah, but people not gonna sip and get just because
I guess it was.
Okay, fine. That's mit der Streuung, der kleine Streuung. Okay, good. Wasser, yeah. That's what we Living yeah. So which means that the melech, he shows up, he's fully, and the image, what the kleine mushel is, that man verstelt sich, and it says Apirim Spiel, so too your troubles that you're going through is also, es ist just verstellt sich. Es ist Apirim Spiel. Es wird ausgespielt, Apirim Spiel.
The Megillah is so wie current events, ist geworden Torah. Was nuance schon geschehen, es ist a viele der Chance der Masse geschehen, die ganze Nest von der Megillah, das heißt, die Nest gehen mit Tachatela. Als bis jetzt war also gelebt auf einer Level von Consciousness wie okay, es tut Teva, man muss beschäftigt sich bei Wissen, dass Wissen macht am Okris, ja, so wird schon gewissen, dass kann benden, alles in der Sache machen, aber in der Regel Teva, was so läuft, der Basis läuft doch als Politics, vor, zu gehen, zu gehen. Und dann beschäftigt sich gewissen, dass in der Teva jeder Nias von der current events and the rest of poor you led up to the pinkliche precision when happy I'm within the nest in the table and that wasn't when I'm with the current events in the rest of you the rest of poor you and 12 you and so one Torah
Right, so the Megillah is the lichus from Peter. Wow, so the lichus from Peter, that's like the life. The light like the Megillah.
Denk aan de rest van de gegeven, well, tchiat השלב, was het Piram 2024, mit so Menschen mit der ganze Welt. Amor erst der gegeven, kasvin el doivus. Jetzt der nächste Teva, man sieht nicht, kasvin el doivus, schreibt auf alle doivus, geschieht dieselbe Sache. In der Teva schreibt sich an.
ja, ich meine, das ist ein Leben, wie jetzt Megillah sagst.
Jetzt spielt sich am Megillah Sester.
Es gaat school spelen.
Sure, Tom, bijna, was er extra. So the middle late Megillah sagst, das ist so.
Amor erst der gegeven, kasvin el doivus.
Das heißt
Das ist der Schwester, ja.
It's a Manchester.
Aha.
Wow, so.
In
der Ju, le Masse gereiht sie der Megillah. Die ganze Ju, also der Cheshbon, Kislev Teres. Jeder alle du, da geschieht actually the Gillich in dem Nest.
Correct. So the Rebbe Rashab talks about the Sabateur is the Oasis, this Oasis, the Oasis Chakika, the Lichus is the Oasis Chakika, and the Sabateur is Oasis the Oy. But, in other words, alles ist schon geschrieben. You know, it's schon also wenn the Sefer habt on the erste Shiris and then from the Shiris and the Kol Taran. So alles ist schon pre-written. But however, jede Sabateur von Umfang von Saab abhoben, a leidige piece of parchment. Dat kannst du schreiben. Dat kan je schreiben voor zich.
Umfang and himself.
In other words, there is room in your story. You can rewrite your story. You can schreiben damals. Because as much as it's pre-written, but then there's empty parchment paper, but you can schreiben, was it gesucht, als the Megillah geworden the Torah. So down story, wird down Torah, if you put it into... Huh? Yes, in any problem that you have. So now it's
Esther aan te benaaien, en dan gaan ze de rest op wonen. Teva.
right. Maar was the matzav?
Matzav is a silence is a great trouble, but yet it's the best tool.
So it goes on silent?
What?
It looks silent.
Silent, yeah. Dit is de silence van 2 uur, dus ik kan door de spieren, dat is goed om dit te doen.
Het kunnen zijn van 2 uur in.
We zijn een silence van 2 uur. En jetzt zijn jetzt 2 uur. Dat is goed om door de spieren te doen.
Nog aan. Seichel Elyon auch.
Der Rest von der Gilla, der Rest von Marna, von der Alte Rebbe. Okay, ich habe es gehört, aber ich bin stuck mit Feuers, ich bin stuck mit Namen Shalom Daz. So I'm saying, as nothing good to bear out of. A cycle, that sagt, dass in Marla bechol de bechol. Once you got the cycle, es wird lichtig in alle Wegen, you know what you have to do.
What does your problem look like from there? You had a place. Thomas the God, the real enlightenment. What does that problem look like from that place? When you got them cycle alien, the Das alien, what does your problem look like from them plaza? You just fully present in it. When they was roig and they was chilled, was a klacham, and what is they really still have an issue? That's what you do with it. So if you had a real moment, it should have an effect in all the aspects. Stuff that's very close to you immediately, and the other stuff less, but the most important, the goals are going to get hit the most. Dat is de zeker van je, right?
Ja.
Wow. Kannst du vergessen.
Verschlagen. Verschlagen.
Ja, dat is vergessen. Ich habe gemeint, die ganze Zeit der Simche ist, als wegen der Single, der Briss, der Wachtnacht. Nur kannst du dich allen. Die ganze Simche von der Chabal ist wegen der Simche. Wegen der Simche. Haraye. Wenn wir es da reinkommen, haben wir ganz vergessen von der Chabal. Ich habe nur gedacht, der Simche. So, Simcha al-Kiluna. The Simcha is on top of everything. Shabbos Chala, wow.
Delo Yuda, you know, as a sigli, I don't see the Bris from which
It doesn't end.
This is from which the also Delo Yuda, that's the story.
There is the right one. There's the ticket. Als de verhoogde vraag van Zadok is de most powerful tip van de Goddess. Alleen als je niet meer zo man in de Bris. Mogen we dat? So I thought nog eens gegeven en de verdoept nog eens gegeven. Aha. Jetzt was in dem noch so eine Spruch, aber geht nicht so. So nice machen. Wow. Ich habe gesehen, warum wir jetzt den Drich bei Glach gesetzt. I wollte reingehen nach Spiel, but I was schon krank bei das fängt an, you know. Habe ich gelesen. So meinst du, ich bin happy hier. Alright. Hier gaat dus ook wel gaan, die is. Als ik wel gaan. Geen is. Nee. No. Gulas, no?
Huh?
This is gulas over there.
Yeah. Big time.
Look, ich kann noch heim, du wirst der Rosen von Gulas. Du wirst doch heim.
Huh?
Du wirst doch heim. Look noch heim. Okay, בסדר.
סתם זה richtig kaufen, das ist dann
מעניין.
Du wirst am Handeln, will gewoon eens verwaan.
Maar weer strikt daaraan te kennen als een
Is er nog doen aan dat? Zo?
Thank you.
I'll have some with you. Oh ja, die is er ook. Die is er ook. Yes, the Neil. First time we meet?
Yeah.
You down here?
Here?
Yeah.
No.
So how did you know you just happened to be here?
What?
You just happened to be here?
No, São Paulo is a Farbreng.
Got it.
Sherman,
Oh, it's Shimon, wow.
I'm
What do you think?
What?
What do you think? Was that English?
Farbreng?
Yeah, what do you think about the Farbreng?
Not sure. Not sure.
What's the saying? You're not understanding, or
No, I'm like, I'm not debating, it's just there now.
what's the debate? What's the suffix?
It's really when I was sleeping very tired.
Okay, fair enough. Next.
Maybe now Mom shouldn't get the out here.
Wow. So you're saying you already got the R?
No, I did. Maybe I will.
If you have the tamimus enough to think that maybe now you're gonna get the R, then you already got the R. Because you have that level of innocence that, like, how many people walk through in a shul and like, maybe yes is the minute of I happen the R. How many people think like that? Only somebody that has the innocence and tamimus and the humility. It's like, you know, maybe maybe a chatnap is something that something is gonna click, and that is it. That is the tamimus. This is not. Chassidus tells you that there's harbe jeder andere hat sich sein kav, and Chassidus encourages everybody to go out and do their avodah. Of course, after man sich machniye for Torah, and the halachas mit der tzaddik, mit der Rebbe, noch ein Kastigane, ti down avodah, down expression, down voice, down shofar. So, the idea is to create a space where you can find that space within you, where you can say, like, you know what, maybe this is it. Maybe I can find this is Chodesh Uder, maybe click, and that's it. It's about you. It's really learning how to stay focused and staying focused on keeping your eye on the prize, which is what am I feeling? What am I experiencing? I'll leave all the clutter out. Whatever the clutter is. Wie feel ich, was feel ich? Was kann ich können sein? Was will ich nicht können sein? Okay, say it. But was focus on that. Focus on that. Was Peter, what the tefillah and the meditation and building up and going into that, and then look at this power design where you have Ude, which means there is another 30 days of oisias being thrown into this girdle. another trillions of dollars that's being thrown into possibilities. What really that means is that there's so many possibilities. There, yeah, there's so many possibilities. Baruch Hashem, there's so many possibilities. There's so many oases. There's so much being thrown into the pot. No, then he's going to be stuck. He's not going to be able to leave. We don't get offended over here, b'chlal net. I mean, I hold the grudge because I'm a baby. Otherwise, but nothing's going to happen from it. I forget about it. But the next one. So there's so many variations that are in play. There's so many possibilities that it melts away the fabric of any type of expression. It's just going into echad, going into yechida, going into the adalayada, the adla, they're going into that place. That's the extra month of other. It means another 30 days. If 11 months was not enough, we added a 12th month of more currency, that one more month that nobody wins, and you keep pumping and pumping and putting in, and that plays out on Purim, where you're getting to a moment that everything just evaporates. It's almost like Kriyas Yamsuf nacham. Well, Father got noch durch Kriyas Yamsuf. What's the Chamat Torah? Kim v'kibli, that's a given dar, this is do. You understand? So it's Kriyas, and fin dart na voert me glach aan in Nissen, the month of Nissen, and it was nice meeting you regardless, Daniel.
It's great.
It's a very strong name. I like the name. Where are you from originally?
Okay.
Wow. Like Hasidus, you grew up with this? Okay. Very you going a regular Hasidus Cheder? It's a refined. It's like tea idol for Hasidus Cheder. Huh? Canada?
Toronto's idol.
Canada.
Toronto? You can't have it from Toronto. I mean, okay, we say it. Wow. By the way, zwei Jiden kennen uns, haben sich getroffen in der Schweiz, meint das Mamas hat sich gesehen beim Makar, and it's like, I have no problem saying that someone sich getroffen. Ich bin associated mit dir. That's like, you know.
Wow,
Daniel Avrom, was heißt der Mama? Das ist ein Tate. Sorry? Pinchas Haran. Yeah. Daniel Avrom and Pinchas Haran. So, yeah, anyways, don't, by the way, yeah, by Farbreng is you just, don't let anybody hold you back, because you a ganze trap and that, so a ganze Gepanigert. I knew that you didn't leave. I knew you the whole time that you were waiting outside. Ich hab verstanden. Was muss ich geben der Mann? What else are you going to You want me to look at my phone?
I'm kidding.
So, yeah, fine. Farbreng it. So wie ben gehalten, no?
Good.
Yeah, fine. But vraag van Pieren. No, het vader moet er gegangen naar iets, maar die gaan van mijn handen geven, maar dat was de confidence.
Extra Chodesh.
Moet je altijd nog dan, want je kunt 10 extra Chodesh. Fast forward. One more 10-second clip.
Ja, hoe de aanloop met een korrel is gemaakt door de buis.
Ja, es ist, you know, es ist eine Sache. Die andere Sache.
Hij zegt anonymous.
Kennis?
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yeah. Okay, there's a...
Can you feel him talking from within you? His mom is like, it's Delo Yuda. Yeah, so ja, Daarover Pieren speelt de Goos. Speelt de Goos de Oasis, Delo Yuda. Fine, maar je helpt hem op de man. Ik wil treffende leid, ik treffende leid. Maar ik gaf ik het treffende. Zeg dat ik treffende leid, dat was niks.
Delo Yuda.
Ja,
I love you. No, your mama, you don't know it. You're an ovid. You're like, you want to work. You're like, no.
Yeah,
Where's the
check
guy?
it.
Huh?
Check.
Er is van Gules bij Oostkwetsende zaken. Like, hij brengt er op de kastje nog eenmaal. While he's standing on the outside.
Ik sta een beetje te doen. Jou de life, niet de life. Ik sta met je getroffen. Ik sta weer uit.
Die verstaat niet? Ik verstaat niet. Nou, gewoon eens gaan. Zeg je aan mijn side. Die verstaat niet? Gewoon mazber gaan als de maar dat als aan zoeken. Als ik kan trachten als dat. As I got treffen the light, that's his innocence. That's his innocence. It's not what he finds over here. It's what he found within himself. He found within himself a certain purity that he's herat as the busses on us so is actually kind of treffen light. That's it. That's your light. That's your innocence. And what happens from that place? Anything. How do you daven from that place? How do you talk to your wife from that place? How do you wake up in the morning from that place? Knowing that you are, all you look.
With what we made him aware that he has it. That's what you said.
Yeah. What he became aware that he has a certain innocence. That doesn't actually if as well. I tried to tracht van. Ik wil maken net $1 million. Dus ik kan nog operatie en God forbid, or whatever, or the war in the world, worry and all that. So that's where it's again. That's that person's truth. $1 million, or that's his reality. That's his reality. That's his life. For the other person to figure out the politics, that's his light. That's where he finds his salvation. Verstehen? That's it.
Wie lächtig ist das allein zu sich sein Leid? Also sucht doch sich mein Leid, wie lächtig ist das?
Das ist ein Heilig, aber nicht Fahrer weiß das, ja? Fahrer ist nicht gesucht, aber das ist nicht auch
So, es ist schon gewähnt lächtig, und die Katze ist lächtig. Korrekt?
Ja.
So, das ist nicht lächtig. So, in der Rosen, man kann nicht sein eigener Leid. The reflection bemerkt is aan light.
Ja, ik denk dat
van hem hat man Farbreng, von dem kippt man sich zusammen. Jeder von denen sitzt mir jetzt allein in der Car, weiß ich schon so viel in der Leid, und man sitzt dann zusammen und denkt, du da, das sind 700 Leute, das sind seine, das bringt er aus der lächtige Part von dem Sieg.
Zijn we weer erbij of nog niet?
Fully.
Voor hem?
Yeah. Thank you.
Was asked the Eid? First time?
Second.
What do you think?
What I think?
Yeah.
What I think?
Okay. What do you think about life?
Good question.
Whatever, it's not a fair question for me. It's like, what do you think about life? It's like a sophisticated question. Fine, stop with that. Awareness, that's it. What's that? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I didn't think before I asked the question. It was like I made it sound like I'm ausgetracht. So stamelijk ik iemand aan kasha. So was ze geen mede te nie wie was de wet dus ik ben aan dat. So over the maar ik dacht flagen af een masker heb ik gelijk de wat ik gesmeerd het ijzer heb ik gesmeerd de bloed van carbon fiber. It's kind of last swipe of the zaad. It's the absolute best ever to happen. So it's like Sigana Taniya and Sogana Taniya. Depends of the mezuzah. What's the mezuzah? It's the Kesher-shot film van Welt. There's a Kesher-shot film and then was the mezuzah, another Kesher-shot film. Yeah. So we got now from Nissen, got now from Pesach, we got now from Eid, the Shimon, 7 Shvias. Thomas warten, man flugt schon Water auf dem Farben. Sagt man, wir haben heiß ein bisschen, Thomas. Wenn es wird Water, the Pieren spielt intensiv. But this time it's real, because English is burning, his mom is goed. Nog hast du Mission Echnes? Mission Echnes, yeah. Yes, exactly. Mission Echnes. We gaat eraan van de andere zijde. Ze gaat dus van de kant van hier. Jetzt, in other words, we gaat van oven van hinten. Waar is dat? Gaat van fire. All the elements. We gaat dat alles on fire.
Hoe is de gaan? Wat is die in kippen? In kippen.
We gaat eraan een Kodesh Kodeshim. Gaat eraan een Kodesh Kodeshim. Which is Nimne. Ja, Nimne met aan de maas. De Un. Kodesh Kodeshim. So guys staan aan die ene plaats there's no space was taken up from there. And the guys staan aan die plaats inhouding in die. Delo Yuda, where no space is taken up. The Ban Schneike even. So this is the Yom Kippur. Yeah, so almost this is about so by far this text resembles for getroffen how you I think from all of you this is the clues that was can zijn the Yom Kippur in the Pieren. Baruch Hashem, like the clues that was zijn. But all of a sudden like this image, just a lake and the Wasser is still. Ich habe es gesehen von dem Abend zu Strashella. Schreibt daran als was guys in Lenin, so Menschen nicht kann nehmen. So started a line. He says over there, that there is a level. The loy machshavos machshavosechem. Someone can hashimen hasugenish. Okay, but for years, I'm so corrupted. When I look at hashimen hasugenish, might as well that was too high for you. Hechen and you. But it's not fadi. But when he's saying that we have no asuga in that, it's Pasha telling you that there is a level that we have no access to. And when you really process that, it's frightening. That level is like, and then it's complete shtika, and it's like holding space at that level. The Kohen Gudel. And these tzaddikim are holding that space for us. You know what type of avodah it is? Like right there, on the edge. Top from the cup meets the top from the cup, and it's like this. It's hovering above in perfect alignment, so it's almost like a passion. So we can continue breathing over here. With all types of whatever. Wow. Okay, so Zana taking Gudel that. So going into that place of holding that space. So Shrat Al Strashella that there is which means there is a space of absolute silence that we have no access to. It's just that Rosh Hashanah we do certain powerful measures that we have and codes that we communicate with us, how we start building this koima, so we can start drawing down this energy very delicately. So we got on a platz from Shoifer, there's no expression, just the sound, the hevel, all that good stuff, and then the Torah and mitzvahs is like drawing from that. When you do a mitzvah, you are finally getting a reaction out of it, so to speak, if I may say so. What does that mean is like follows. These soldiers that stand by the London the castle, they read in Zechnish. Okay? But today, like you read the Sadoris, like you can see here and there that it's a wilde. So I get a stories and I have schmeichel from him. So what that means is that he's standing there, you gotta trigger him, and then finally there's something, you got a reaction out of him. You're talking about a straight face, poker face, straight face by billions of degrees of simplicity of pshitas. That you don't know, it doesn't, it just is. And when you do a mitzvah, you're getting a reaction out of it. You create a ripple effect in there. That is Yom Kippur, where you're dipping your head in there. You push it machna, you matche, you saw it abu, me got daran in the zacharan, full head on. In Delo Yuda, you get into that place and you're getting the biggest smile out of this atzmus of this bashafer of the ganze Welt. Vergesst von Ayit, von Agoy. It was Gunish, his pushed creator of Welt, you're getting into his stomach, to his head, and it's Delo Yuda. Rachel, you go into the head, no stomach. So that is triggering. So the mitzvahs, you're getting a reaction. By Torah mitzvahs, you're getting a reaction out of it, and Piram is where you get a full reaction out of it by going into other. You're basically imitating him. You want to be a straight face? I'll do a straight face too. Delo Yuda, and then finally he cracks up. Let me see. You want to be really? So you play until he cracks up, and it's a Piram spiel.
Man stappen in Käse Morte, als der Tugus mal gefasst, extra Geisten macht geklagt, so fasten, live kann es Kollegen, nennt es alle Jiden, so fasten. Während Tugus in der erste Tag von Peisach. Schlafe Kaman, was in der Chesben, als wir Jahre machen, macht Getina Weide, und man wird mal gestatt, zu tun mit der Fast von Peisach. Kijk me erbij, dat is de uitslag van een roze filter naar hier. Hoe we ons zeggen aan de Jiden, dat gezegd, met ons intergeschreven, dat is een kussen en kussen. Oké, dan moet je laten we zeggen dat ze veel pijzig gaan essen.
The straight face. Wow.
De demo eruit gekomen. Beautiful.
Tzadik no menu seichya. Kamal bashkuch brutus shom zburg vaday boy all more shulun mi manis bar. Yidu and the good and the good. Hakli bin no machis the shmaya. That was to your question. Back to you, Shimi. You look at feeling when you're feeling the lack, when you're feeling the pinch, it's like chasing, following where you're feeling a lack of money. Yeah. Sorry for the close yourself. Good, yeah. I'm gonna kick him over this level like when I got down to his thumb, they let the shines. Wow. Vaivas ba'an, Vaivas Aisavis Abchoyra. This is labor again. Home in Arusha. So this, this was very powerful from Masa with Rash, where he gets into how he explains it. Very simple. That the Zah is Klal Yisrael, the Midas, and Sadara going on the Mitta. Sadara going on the Mitta, because before it's effect Zechof, because before you get a breakthrough, you have to go through a squeeze. And Human understood this. It's the 70th year. Human understood that this sleep right now, as I got shluf, this shluf is before I got came to a big bang, because it's the end of 70 years. The Besmegish is about to be in the boat. Lama say gets it. Why is the shlufim? Let's surprise attack them. Why is the shlufim? We're gonna kill them all. Yeah. So that's the yeah, it's Russian Holland, beide.
Het is dus wie connected we zijn met een achtbaar.
Ja.
Right, and estimate at 30 minutes. Wow.
And I missed this is Moshe Rabbeinu's birthday, so the Adi Sadava is doing better than what's around.
Matchotzali. And they're on glass problem. The funny is that Zeir is Anachazana Yatzim, and she talks him into it. Zoekt hem guy, sie going the head van de Rebbe. En me voert, and she gives him the courage where get the wapen. Einmal komt daheim, en hij zoekt van zijn poelen, en zoekt hem met eerst omgevangen dat. Met de Mayit, die is omgevangen met die einmal heeft zijn vallen in zijn hand. Like, serious? Die is toch gelijk een stuk naar de aarde. Was dat je weer zegt geloos met terug? Waar sta je dan?
Zeg, gaat luisteren. Ik mis er hier. Oh, dat gaat zeggen, luisteren in telefoon. Dat nog een telefoon. Ooit is er hier. Ooit is het omgevangen van hier. Die is een stap van.
Ja. Wat dat geen bekend is over vader.
Dat is ik grap dus. Dat is naast. Dus ik maak die toch maar de grote shoulders al gaan.
But we can't do like, okay, what's the risk over here? The risk is that someone has to fall. If you lose once, it's over. But what's it kind of is good at others than again caught up in the moment. Dat is gewist.
Dat weiß nicht, der erste.
Aha. Ik wist hoe man dat helemaal na, hè? I mean, I said, okay. We wist nog een aster, Ra'id, no matter how much you squeeze him, he can find in that story. He can bring the light into that story.
Zoals je gezien hebt, oké, op dit plan is gearbeid. If you fail, je gaat.
Torah המלך, בסוד שביל עליון, אבל היא אמר בסוד דס הנעלם. יצא משהו לרוחו בסוד דס פנימי שלו.
Wat gaat er bij de of zeg je de stijl?
Die ben al wat je bent. Wat was? Maar dat van Garwana. Wat als je doet hebben dan meer.
Ja, als je doet hebben dan meer.
Oh, die wijs, ja, wat een beetje man. Wow. Okay. למרות שדיבר טוב על המלך, אוימן בווייס הומן, למרות שדיבר טוב על המלך, ich red geht auf dem Melech, steht in Weiß Human, gewohe 5 Mama. In sein Haus ist in Human steht 5 Mama. Wir haben mir noch Teli Yuda. That's it.
Teli Yuda is als de Klippe hängt auf seiner eigenen Teli. Er ist auch immer da dir. Homer is bijgevallen dat dit in mijn atelier. En once matras en roos van de pictures hoe dat atelier staat en wat en radio is zo'n gedraaid. Zo dat ik paar jaar aan ik wil geen plaats kunnen in de jam services om aan eigen als een eigen atelier.
לא עם ההתלמות, אבל אני לא לעצמי.
Zo'n rond me geven van maatje met Esther en maatje bij zo'n Homans huis. Daar hangen we vroeger met Homans huis.
Ja,
dat is een ja.
Ja, je kan aan de
First and give Homans huis, not that I know.
Wow, that was not the weather, the switch the energy there. Or he was right around.
So zaterdag zo gestuurd uit Homans huis, niet naar de meelig. Dat we geven de Homans huis. Dan gaat wij zijn, wat gaat gebouwen naar huis, was daar verder. Het verstaat je bouwen naar huis, zo Homan bouwen naar huis, en wat gaat er aan.
Wow.
Oh my god, dude. Dubai, so dat is ook zo. Dubai.
Ja. Ik geschickt daarvoor messages wil gaan erbij.
Ik weet dat niet.
Wat is de definition of erbij?
Gerickeit als Tchias. Gerickeit mit Mitzvah. Ganze Megillah ist mit dabei.
Ze doen meenemen ze nog eens gedaan gemaakt. Oké, maar. Hoe ik kan warten bis eerder aan het is maar vandaag. Pas me dat de hoe staat het niet? Ja, we zullen die erbij. Samen. Zweite oder But the edit is really relaxed because I use flexible, but you have more tools how to process it. Right? Dan hier how you have done correct, so we'll have to listen to but we weren't aware of it was that. It wasn't that. Called the blood. I'm feeling from higher to drive to stability. There's nothing that way to drive to stability. Keep it from the global model to the guys of that. But they're shit. I don't know all hoping for we're all hoping for a shot. Guys, they eat. First on here. Any questions? Who are you with? You don't get to the end of it. The orange or the sandwich, you emphasize. Roger. Huh? Two?
My wife.
How many was it? How many were there?
5. Was, I don't know, a few people, but the max was 5.
No, sorry, valt hem in. Ja. Maar de vader is, ja. In de zuiver. Maar hij gaat op leren komen van je. Dan gaan er in.
Ik leer Kabul aan te zijn. En dat betekent dat ik de ganze naam ik dacht mezelf nur dan hebben.
Dat maar wat?
Ik dacht mezelf nur dan hebben. Gewoon te de oorzaak was een deel met. Ik kom naar de live de eerste baan. Zo ben ik gewoon eigenlijk wat is lager dan een special platform was ik maar eerst zie met de bus te zien de letter gates al van waarom besmellen ik wat van deze zaken dat zaken gewoon maar gaan dat is een live.
Wow.
Dat is goed, dat is een van de middelen hebben we daar. Dat is op geen normale zorg. Middelen hebben we daar, dat is echt normaal. Spariches, schulen. Waarom is zo normaal? Dat is vaar in ieder woord. Dat is kiefer.
Zie hem gekend gaan van enkele plaatsen die er niet enkele plaatsen, maar ik ken er veel meer. Al daar hebben ze toch altijd zo, toen. Maar dat zie hem maar like, ze maar hebben ze moeten doen. Waar ze kennen we niet. Is een close secret. So that they get away with more.
Voor de nacht was zo ben kan je kennen ora taal dus toen ora taal kan je ben kennen voor de nacht dan ben ben taal
Wat nou wat?
voor de Torah ben taal
Maar voor beide ben het nog
beide zo dan geloof dat dat we maar waren en dat we met leren dat we kunnen de full experience in de Balatan.
Hoe schloft er nog?
Wat?
Hij schloft er nog, right?
Nee. Vannacht? Oh, nee, nog hallo, nog meer.
Zijn we welke moest schloft er nog?
Nee?
Kan ons kijken weer met additionele groeien. We staan er dat er iets was dat zijn in order to process. Maar dat is maar dat is eigenlijk 15 natuurlijk. Dat kan staan, ik ga het
Chill. It's kind of like kein Schluss ist nicht beteuert, Schluss. Alles ist nur das Schluss. Schluss, so sagt ich gar nicht. Neemt hem weer aan, dat vind
Ja,
ik
het is gewoon een
neem hem aan met hem, goed tegen. Ik zei, ik altijd, ik moet gaan een ganze weekend, ik draai 4 tegen. Dus ik kan niet gaan zakken met kijken. Dus nu dan het ziet. Dat zie je
graag een show houden, gewoon het grootste lijken van het 20 jaar verhaal, dus we blijven de show houden, maar ik kan het erop op 45 minuten, gewoon in de kunnen heen. Omdraaien, maakt een team, zeg ik aan met andere vertellen, dan zeker dat het soms die wending alles uit. Gerust lijken, een halve show dragen in de show, zeg ik door.
De rest van Nederland is die ganze Schrift in der Welt sind. Das wird mal Platz, da sagt es.
Slaat er een schema, zo zal ik dat.
Ik kom op. Ik ben eigenlijk man op de daar. Ja, dat kan doen. Dat is niet meer. Ja, maar op zich. Dat is het. Ja, dat kind is nog iets geleden dan hetzelfde draadje zo wat toch daar verzonnen dat draadje de eigenlijk opstaan de gaat het bij ons is zo schoon maar wauw je hebt het bij ons zo zie passief Met zo'n klitse vreemde, daar hebben we schrift als archief. Als er als middelhout bij drin, dan is het gewoon dat de eerste zo'n archief. Dat is geen zijn. De eerste zo'n archief is wat is man, eigenlijk. Toen we het alleen aan zingen, mag je dat wel zien. Ja, zegt ons, ja, schlop. Ja, dan ga ik zo even wat 20 minuten houden zo. En ik denk, dat is misschien wel eens. Dan lijkt me de toilet. Ik vond het naar prachtig level als ze zo sloeg. Dat is ongedaan. Van wie is de mens die dat zegt. Dat is niet dat zij spooky oisje is. Ze maken samen. Het is dat, like, het maakt dat sloeg. Dan is het deze koor, dan maakt het mooi in de chance. Eigenlijk is dat in de zon weer is, op een diepe level.
Als je het mooi is, dan moet je het weer laten doen. Soms een mooi samen met die zorgen. Ik denk dat we het doen. Toen ik nog ook zei, mooi maar er een broek en een ding nog wat doen. Dat mooi is eraan vragen. Samen zijn. Ik zeg dat ik ga de mensen die moeten hier bij het Може да бъде нещо слъгане, но може да не играе. Да и това да правим. Вигайте ли яца плита нема?
De justa magnified. When you act on stress, de wekster goed verloren, maar niet de moeder de wekster
Next time.
Wie nennt sich das?